bending machines. I'd like to build one. No, not the Japanese version, where they measure how deep you should bow. Although I could use one. No, this will be for metalwork. You know, project like this, would be nice to have a bending machine. But what kind of bending machines? There are so many. You know what? Let's build one that can do it all. Let's build the ultimate bending machine. So first we'll be drilling all these holes into this 10mm cold rolled steel. I was maxing out on this little Hommel combination machine, but yeah, taking it slow and it still works. So just continue going and drill these holes. So some thoughts on the design. I made 4 exactly the same parts. Every part doesn't have to have all these holes, but yeah, because they're all the same, I don't have to search which part is which and goes where. So that's a nice design feature that I like. So next part will be the distance holders. I didn't have a live center at this time, so I used a steady rest and a fixed center combination. Still got some shadow, don't know why, maybe you guys have any idea, just let me know. I don't exactly know what kind of steel it is. It was recycled from an old boat axle. Hey guys, first parts of the bender are ready. I drilled all these holes into the stock, 20 millimeters holes. Stock is 50 millimeters wide and 10 millimeters thick. This part will be based on the Hossfeld bender. And next part is I need to mount these to a table, but I thought I could combine that with another type of bender that you see sometimes in a blacksmithing shop. They have these plates with all the holes cut out, and you twist your work around these pins that you can put in. I thought it would be a nice combination, and I bought these leftover plates from the cutting factory that I also used for my anvil stands. And as you saw, it took me quite some time to drill out all these holes on our Hommel combination machine. It's a nice machine, but it takes some time, and I thought it would save me some time to get this plate done by somebody else. And I was lucky enough to have a friend who has his own CNC workshop, and yeah, he drilled out all these holes from me in the same pattern, so big thanks Ken. And I got a nice mounting plate that I can also use as a bender. Next part will be I need to mount this on here, and I made these cylinders to fit the holes and fit the bender like this. And you can see now how it will be mounted. Put some screws on here, and I can change it in any position that I want. So yeah, first parts are ready. Yep, set. Next, I need to mount this plate to a table, and I made a cylinder for that to fit in the center. You will see later why I use this in between, but in here, oops, so, and this plate over here will be welded to a table. So yeah, first parts are ready. Happy so far, taking it slow and steady, but building a quality machine. And I decided to round off the ends, and from one end taking away some material to give it more clearance for the bend. So here you see me making the fixture for the plate, It's also recycled steel from the hydraulic cylinders that I found at the scrapyard. It's from a company that restores these hydraulic cylinders. So that's nice steel. It's hard but still easy to cut. And while I was on there, why not engrave some lines on it to help me with the bending. The next part would be the distance holders for the bending arm. It's from square stock, so I used a 4-jaw, but the stock that I had was not really square, so I used some aluminium between 2 jaws to get it all fixed. By the way, if somebody lost a bird, I found it. It's hiding in this shablin. Even with the live center, I still got some vibrations. Don't know, maybe not enough speed or feed rate. What do you think, guys? Did not make any drawings, build it all in my head, but one of the design things was that I want to keep it small and mobile and not fixed to the floor. But then how do you cope with all the bending forces? And one way is that I'm building and making this leverage arm that I can hold on to. Um, and for welding these pins, I used a small shim stock, 0.8 millimeters, just to keep it tight into place, and that all the welding will not pull and still fits. Be very careful with the shim stock. Use gloves because this stuff is razor sharp, as I experienced. Yep. So, but other than that, the shim stock works. I wanted to have it flush with the plate, so I couldn't weld it on both sides, so I welded it only on the top. But I also drilled these holes from the side and welded it from there to have it strong enough. Next part will be the making an extra leverage arm and cutting open all these holes using the angle grinder stand It still works great. In the design, I cut open every second hole just to deal with the forces a little bit better, just to have more material to spread the forces. It's interesting to see how much tension there is in this cold rolled steel. Just by cutting open these parts, it will bend a little bit, but for this part it won't be any problem. So I got all the parts of this Hossfeld type bender ready. Just let me explain a little bit how it works. You have the normal bending arm that you can use. Not ready to test it yet because it's not fixed enough on the table. This is the arm to counter the forces that I can hold on to, just to keep the frame mobile and still be able to put some force on it. And when I don't have enough power to bend something, then I can use this extra leverage arm. Can use it in different positions, one for more power, closer to the pivoting point, like this, or for more speed. And I can use it in different positions to get me all the way around, but as you can imagine, the further it gets, the less force it will give to bend it. So that's why I built these extra parts to help me go all the way around. And like this I can go all the way around using a lot of force, and I can even use it on the other side as a pulling action, putting the pins in. So yeah, that was it guys for part 1, and hope you liked it. If you have any questions or comments, then please put them below on the video, and hope to see you next time.